What if an ancient Chinese text held a practical, step-by-step playbook for the biggest challenges we face today? We're not talking about fortune-telling or anything like that. We're talking about the I-Ching, also known as the Book of Changes. Today, we're going to explore it as a timeless guide for navigating that cycle of growth we all go through. You know, from feeling totally stuck to finally hitting your stride and thriving.
Seriously, we've all been there, right? You hit a wall. All your progress just grinds to a halt, and you're left thinking, what on earth do I do next? Well, the I-Ching has this fascinating way of looking at that exact moment, that feeling of being stuck, and turning it into the very first step toward real, meaningful growth.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll do a quick dive into the wisdom of the I-Ching itself. Then, we're going to explore two really key dynamics, the journey from being lame to being freed, and the powerful cycle of decrease leading to increase. And then, we'll tie it all together into one complete cycle of growth. Okay, so at its heart, the I-Ching isn't about predicting the future with some kind of crystal ball. It's really about understanding the natural patterns of change in our lives. It uses these 64 unique symbols called hexagrams to describe pretty much any situation you can imagine. We're going to focus on just 4 of them that map out a really powerful cycle of progress.
Let's start with the problem we can all relate to, getting stuck. The first 2 hexagrams we're going to look at, lame and freed, are like a dynamic duo. One describes the problem with incredible precision, and the other one, well, it offers the exact key you need to get yourself unlocked.
First up is hexagram number 39, called lame. The ancient symbol for it is just perfect. It's a picture of a steep mountain with deep water right in front of it. I mean, that is the perfect image for an obstruction, right? The water is blocking your path forward, and the giant mountain makes it almost impossible to retreat. It is the very definition of being trapped.
Now here's where the wisdom gets a little counterintuitive. What's our first instinct when we hit a wall? To push harder, right? To just try and muscle through it. The I-Ching says, nope. Do the exact opposite. The absolute wisest move you can make is to just stop, pause, reflect, and actually assess the situation before you burn through all your energy. This is so crucial. Being lame isn't about failure, it's a strategic pause. This is your time to be productive without actually pushing forward. It's about waiting for the right timing, seeking out good advice, boosting morale by looking at past successes, and getting your team on the same page. It's about building the kind of character that naturally attracts support when you need it most. And that strategic pause is exactly what sets the stage for this next one. Hexagram number 40, freed. Its symbol is thunder and rain, breaking up a frozen winter. You know, that moment the ice finally cracks and everything starts moving again. This isn't some random breakthrough. It's the direct result of the wisdom you gained during that pause.
Let's look at them side by side. Lame is the pause. It's all about reflecting, getting advice, and patiently building your character. Freed is the action. It's taking all that wisdom and moving decisively, acting on the goals that matter, and even forgiving old grudges to lighten your own load. One state builds up your potential, and the other one seizes it.
Okay, so you did it. You broke free. You're not stuck anymore. That's fantastic. But now what? What do you do with this new freedom to make sure you actually grow from it? Let's move on to our next pair of hexagrams and see how this builds.
This next idea is so beautifully counterintuitive. It's hexagram number 41, decrease. Its symbol is a lake at the foot of a mountain. The soil from the mountain erodes, decreasing itself, but in doing so, it enriches the lake below. The wisdom here is that growth often starts not by getting more, but by giving something up, making a strategic sacrifice to make room for something new. The wisdom of decrease is all about refinement. It's about controlling your impulses. It's taking from your own position of strength to help support those who need it. It's about cleaning up your own house first. You know, removing your own faults, getting rid of waste and inefficiencies. It's that essential step of clearing the ground before you can build something brand new. And when you wisely decrease what's not essential, you create the perfect conditions for this. Hexagram number 42, increase. This is the payoff. Its symbol is wind and thunder, powerful, active forces that work together to bring about dynamic growth. And the core idea here is abundance that flows from the top all the way down, benefiting everyone.
This quote just perfectly captures the mindset of increase. It's not about just sitting on a pile of success. It's a dynamic, active process. You observe what is good and you copy it. You see mistakes in yourself or in your team, and you correct them immediately. This is how you build and sustain real momentum. Check out how this amazing cycle works. Decrease is the investment. You focus on removing your own faults, and you give from a position of strength to support others. Then, in increase, that investment comes back as abundance. Leaders and then take from the top to benefit the whole team, which gives everyone the support they need to aim even higher. It's this beautiful, virtuous loop of giving and receiving.
All right, let's zoom out and put all 4 of these pieces together. Because this isn't just a series of steps. It's a continuous, repeating cycle that any of us can find ourselves in at any time.
So first, every cycle of growth really begins with an obstacle. You hit that wall, you feel completely blocked. That is the state of lame, where you're forced to pause and gather your strength. Second, you use the wisdom that you gained from that pause to take decisive action. This is how you break through. You become freed, and that creates this wave of new opportunity and potential.
Third, with this newfound freedom, you don't just rush forward blindly. You get strategic. You decrease. You prune away all the things that no longer serve you, and you invest your resources where they're truly going to matter.
And finally, that smart, strategic investment blossoms into increase, a period of shared growth and genuine abundance. And this not only rewards all your efforts, but it builds a stronger foundation for the next cycle, which, as we know, is always just around the corner.
So here it is, the entire cycle in one view. You start with a problem, lame, where your action is to pause and reflect, and the outcome is wisdom. That wisdom fuels the solution, freed, where your action is to act decisively, leading to freedom. This freedom allows for the investment, decrease, where you give and prune, creating potential. And that potential is realized in the reward, increase, where you enrich others, and the outcome is abundance. It's a powerful and really elegant loop.
So don't think of this as just some ancient theory. Think of it as a diagnostic tool, a map. Look at your own life, or your work, or a project you're on right now. Are you facing an obstacle? Are you in the process of breaking free? Are you investing and pruning away the old? Or are you enjoying a period of increase? Because just understanding where you are is the first, most important step to mastering whatever comes next. So I'll leave you with that question. Which phase of the cycle are you in?